What's good, family? Welcome back to We'll See You Media, where we uphold positivity and respect and we motivate to elevate. Y'all know what episode this is. This is the day after, which means the Philadelphia Eagles played somebody yesterday. We talk about sports over here, we talk about life, and we also talk about inspiration. But this is the day after. So this is episode 2 of the day after, and the Philadelphia Eagles took on the Kansas City Chiefs for America's Game of the Week. People were expecting a splashy, air it out, revenge game. But what we got was a tough, gritty, North Philly type of game. I'm from North. So, we're going to hit a couple points on there. I watched the game, or I tried to watch the game. I watched as much as I could. I even went back and recapped a few things. So we're going to discuss it over here. But before we do that, hit that like and that subscribe button. Come and join the community over here. Help grow the family. We ain't doing nothing but connecting with each other out here. You know what I'm saying? So, if you like the content and what I put down, come join the family. All right? Without further ado, let's talk about it. Philadelphia Eagles took on the Kansas City Chiefs. We had to jump on that plane. And before we even go any further with that, Philadelphia Eagles have a hard schedule this year. You know what I mean? The way they formulated our schedule is kind of tough in the beginning. We got a lot of away games. The way they have us going away, it's just they kind of bunched it up. I don't know why they did it that way. I don't know if it was better for them or if it's a conspiracy. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, we had to go march over there to Arrowhead, which is labeled the loudest stadium, right? I believe that came about sometime 2014, 2015. They did a Guinness World Book of Records as the loudest stadium and whatever. So we went over there. So what the Philadelphia Eagles do? Put those headphones on. We only gonna listen to our music. And what is our music? Contributions over credit. I'm gonna get everybody to start saying that right with the Philadelphia Eagles. Contributions over credit. Contributions over credit. So that's what we went out there to do. I know they was waiting for us, ready to, get that little bad taste out their mouth of them when we beat them 40-22, which was the ending score technically, 34-0. That's what we really beat them by. Playing with you guys, But yeah. So we went out there and it was a tough game. I have some concerns, and I'm pretty sure you do too. Listen, also comment down in the comment section. Listen, I don't mind. Life is about interconnecting with each other. You know what I'm saying? So comment down in the section. I'm definitely gonna try to respond. Right now, I definitely can because I'm new to YouTube. So I'll be able to respond right away, hopefully. But anyway, Sunday was a little hard time for me. I had to watch the game in different ways, and then when I got home, I was able to watch the game fully again. Philadelphia Eagles, they went down there and did what they had to do. Anybody that saw the day after, my first episode of the day after, they know that I labeled pretty much the first 3 to 4 games, like preseason games, because in theory, starters don't play the preseason. So these games are tough. Let's hit the good points first, because I do have some major concerns about the Philadelphia Eagles. It's nothing crazy because, again, these games are like practice. But some of the good points we can talk about real quick. Defensive pressure. Jalen Carter back in the starting lineup. Listen, man. Between Jalen Carter, Zadarius Smith, they did what they had to do, man. It's a couple plays where you like, oh, man, they could have gotten. No, Jalen Carter. He's a force to be reckoned with. Zadarius Smith, welcome to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm expecting great things out of them. That defense did what they had to do, okay? They're starting to gel together. They have rookies on there. You know what I'm saying? Rookies that are trying to get their groove to the game. Jahai Campbell, Makuba. Makuba had an excellent game. Tell me, what play did you like from Makuba? Was it the interception that we got from um what's his name that we got from Kelsey from Travis, or was it the third down play that he crushed my man on? That was a perfect play because I believe right after that third down, they went to a fourth down. We stopped them. Man, the defense is coming together pretty well. One thing about the Philadelphia Eagles, if you don't already know, for those that aren't Bird fans, we were able to keep our defensive coordinator, which is a good thing because scheme is still staying, and then some of the core pieces that there last year is still there, but for the most part, they have a lot of new starters in the lineup, and it takes a little while for everybody to gel together, but they seem to be doing well. They took the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers out the game, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, they had that big bomb play, but in the first half, Mahomes was scrambling. In the first half, Mahomes was scrambling. Mahomes was looking for their light. And I know in Mahomes' mind, he was just like, yo, we going to win this game. Because he didn't like his performance from the Super Bowl. So I expected exactly what I got from him. I expected that. I expected him to try to make some runs, some moves. I expected him to do whatever he had to do for his team to try to win. And that's exactly what he tried to do in that first half. And majority of his rushing yards came in that first half. After the second half, defensive coordinator did a great job of shutting that down. And I don't want to quote myself. I believe it was under 10 yards rushing that he had in that second half. Now, if that was all that they were pretty much doing in that first half in order to even make it a good game, then shutting that down in that second half, that took care of everything. Again, defense made great plays. The other thing was turnover battle. I said it in my little short that one of the things the Philadelphia Eagles had to do was to make sure that they won the takeover battle. Also, make sure that they took care of the ball. So Jalen Hurts, he did not turn over the ball. That's number one. Nor did the running backs turn over the ball, right? But we did get that interception. And that's one of the main things about the Philadelphia Eagles, or in that particular game. It was all about momentum, right? Momentum can carry games. So the momentum at that one particular time was right after they spared my man Jalen Hurts in the backfield. They gave the ball back to the Kansas City Chiefs. When they gave the ball back to the Kansas City Chiefs, they rolled with that spare, man. They was like, we're going to go do this. And Patrick Mahomes, they were driving down that field. And for those that, they like, oh, I had one of my homies. He was like, yeah, they about to score. I was like, well, if they score, Philadelphia just going to have to come back and score again. But I could see the momentum of why he said that. But then, with all that momentum, Travis Kelce. That pass to Travis Kelce. As soon as he missed that ball, and then Makuba came up with the interception, exactly, momentum shift. So momentum shifted right back to the Philadelphia Eagles. And here's the thing about the momentum, or should I say just about the turnovers. Being able to complete the process. They scored 7 on those points. Kansas City did not get anything. And that was the big turning point of the game for me. That helped the Philadelphia Eagles, or catapulted the Philadelphia Eagles to be able to win that game. And man, I'm telling you, he's just a rookie. And in his post interview, he was talking about like, yeah, I'm just trying to get better each game. I'm not really playing comfortable. Please don't quote me fully, but this is basically what he was saying, that I'm not really comfortable all the way yet. But he said once I'm able to get comfortable, then I could play as freely as I want to. So that's a scary thing to be able to know, man. Rookie. And he's in there. He's actually providing great support. Not only that, Adoree Jackson. Let's talk on Adoree Jackson. Still have a little problem with Adoree Jackson, but like I said, this is the beginning. So I think it takes time for even Adoree to be able to, get into the system. You know what I mean? I've seen it where players, they leave for one. I've seen good players leave from a team, go to another team, and they don't have success. And it's part of the system on what's the system that's they're becoming a part of is not complementing their style, or they can't find a way to complement that system style, right? So I'm just hoping that if we're going to keep Adoree Jackson in, that he continues to gel and he'll be able to work into that system. You know what I'm saying? Because the Philadelphia Eagles don't have a bad system, but again, some places just don't work out for players. And I'm not going to say that he's a bad player. I want him to be able to do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm optimistic. That's the word. First, I'm a very optimistic person in the first place. So I'm optimistic. Let's go, Adoree Jackson. Do what you got to do, man. Like I said, I'm all about positivity around here anyway. You know, if it don't work out, don't work out. It is what it is. That's life, right? Part of the journey. But they did a good job. They did a good job. Secondary did a good job. And that's all I can say on that. My bad points. Anybody getting PTSD? I don't quite have it. But for those of the 2023 season when we lost the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, we started playing that next year. We were still winning games, and every time we won a game, it was always like this. Hey man, we pulled that win through though. Meanwhile, you watching the game, or I hope you was watching the game like, ooh, that was ugly. But it was ugly on both sides of the game. They kept pulling the wins out, so you like, all right, man, they win by any means necessary. That was the whole subject of 2023. And here we are again. It's not the same to me. One, we only lost the offensive coordinator, right? Defensive coordinator is still there. We lost a whole lot of people that particular year when it comes to the defense. We didn't lose the same amount, right? We have key people in key places. But the offense, the fluidity of the offense does not look good. It is still the second game of the season. I consider everything preseason, and they got to find their identity. Their identity is not going to be the same from last year. I don't care if it's the exact same players. And matter of fact, AJ Brown alluded to it in his post-interview conference that sometimes even when you got the same offensive coordinator, things can become different because it's a new season. People play you different. People have different defensive schemes to try to stir up. So you're trying to do things differently to make sure you stay fresh and to make sure you're able to compete even better than you were before. So there's going to be a lot of news reporters were saying growing pains. Okay, I hear you. Let's use that phrase. It's going to be growing pains coming through week by week by week. But the offensive coordinator, Kevin Pattillo, I believe that's how you say his name. Forgive me if I butchered it. But Kevin Pattillo, he's our new offensive coordinator. I'm just wondering if he's scheming up the right things. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. This is still the Philadelphia Eagles book as well when it comes to plays held by Nick Sirianni. It's not like it's a whole new book, but you have a new offensive coordinator. I'm pretty sure he has his voice all in there. There's no way in the world, and I said this even last year in the beginning of the year, you got to do something to get your main key players, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, you got to do something to get them involved. I did notice that this game. A.J. Brown, 7 targets. He caught 5 of them, right? 27 yards, right? I liked it, but there's still some other plays that you could just put them in. Even Devontae Smith, he was pretty active that game. It's just I don't know. So I'm just going week by week, just like everybody else. Hopefully, it's just some growing pains where they're still trying to figure out how they're going to be playing this year, and then also growing back together with each other, being able to set time and things like that. Jalen Hurts still had a good game, man. He went 15 for 22 for 101 yards. I know everybody looking at the 101 yards. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like you told my boy Chris Jones, we won the game though, right? So sit down. I gotta say it that way. So that part's good, man. I just hope that in the next coming weeks, again, not PTSD for me, it's early season for me. But I got my eye on it, right? And I'm pretty sure that they also have their eye on it. And every person that talked in their post interview, it sounds like they're in a good place mentally, right? It's all about mindset. And they got the right mindset. Contributions over credit. I'm gonna keep saying it. Contributions over credit. So basically that's it, man. Another thing I could talk about, again, Makuba, Smith, they both got accredited with a sack. That was great. I liked it. Jalen Carter's post interview. He talked about Nick Sirianni, and this is just something I want to put back out there because I know how the media could be. Because if we lose a game next week, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, I don't know Nick Sirianni, right?" And they already talking about Jalen Hurts now, right? But positivity over here. Nick Sirianni for Jalen Carter. Reporter asked Jalen Carter about the punishment and about did he talk to Nick Sirianni, and he said, man, he's not going to disclose what was said between him and the coach, but he did shed some light on some things. And this is why I love Nick Sirianni, as well as the mindset of where the team is at. He said the coach pumped a bunch of positivity into him, right? That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how to lead, right? We try to lead people whichever way we want to, not understanding that people may need something different, right? Positivity should always be there, right? We like to I'm just gonna yell at you and that's what we're gonna do, get you set, right? No. You can yell at somebody all you want. That don't mean that they gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? We all grown people around here. Sometimes you yell at me, you grown, I'm grown, why you yelling? Right? But if I can talk to you, even if I yell at you, but I bring you in and give you some positivity. If I don't show my emotions or show you that you did something that you should not have done and then try to build it back up with something of how you should do it or some type of positivity, I don't think it helps the individual. So Nick Sirianni, that's all he did, man. He pumped a lot of positivity into him, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, he discussed the bad thing, and that's the part that he's not doing to disclose, which I'm cool with that. And then the other thing, Jalen Carter came in, he was like, yo, man, I'm a week behind everybody else. I need to catch up. He said, I got to get better. And that's what the defense said. They all said they got to get better. And I like it. You know what I mean? Like I said, defensive side of the ball, I'm liking what I'm seeing because from 1 week, each week we should be getting better. Each week we should be getting better. That's how you know that you're trending in the right direction, right? Offense, I got to see that. Because offensively, I haven't seen it. Right? They're still right here doing that line of, I feel like not knowing who they are, and I haven't seen no type of trajectory besides finally giving AJ Brown some targets. But that also, with that being said, each week poses a different scheme, so that can take away targets too, right? I understood that when they said that in the first place, but I haven't seen nothing, no growth. All I see is that Jalen Hurts, and I'm gonna speak just on Jalen Hurts. I could talk about a lot of other things. Jalen Hurts has his winning mindset every week. So no matter how much this line to me looks, his mindset is we gotta win. I can't turn the ball over to you. I gotta keep it, and we gotta try to score. And they have enough power to be able to do that. I just want it all. You as a fan, you like, man, I want to go out there and I want to whoop on this team. So that's what I'm waiting for. I want to see the offense look comfortable. I feel like the offense doesn't look comfortable. I feel like the offense has that winning mindset, and that's what's keeping them in that right little trajectory where they like, oh, we can score. Because you see it when they drive down. It's like, oh man, they can't stop these boys, right? But I also see the where it's like, oh, it ain't comfortable enough to me. Now, if it's comfortable enough to them, hey, it is what it is. But what I see from them is we got to get better day by day, and that's all that you could ask for as a team, and that's what you can ask for as a person, and especially as a fan. So, man, they did the thing. I'm trying to see, is there anything else I missed? Nah. Let's get that offensive identity hitting, man. Philadelphia Eagles 2-0 during the season already. And again, that's the other part. That's what separates the good teams from the bad teams and the great teams from the good teams. That even in this process, what I'm saying is like the preseason game, these games matter. Every win matter. Every loss matters. Because while you're trying to get better, if you're winning your games, when it comes down to the month of December, you're not trying to fight your way to get into the game, right? You're not trying to fight your way to get into the playoffs. You're already there. You're trying to make sure that seating's right. And as a Philadelphia fan, I love it when the Super Bowl, right, has to come through Philadelphia. And that's what we're trying to get. Hey, if you got to go on the road to be able to go to the Super Bowl, you do what you have to do. But if you can make it so they got to come to Philadelphia, if you make it so they got to come to the place that everybody seems to hate, if you make it so they got to go down to that lake with them fans that people say they can't stand, that's another Super Bowl in a week. You feel me? So man, I'm all good for it. Next up, God, who we play next, y'all? Let me look this up one more time, cause I forgot already. I believe it's here though. I believe we play the Rams. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Yes. Up next is the LA Rams, and it's in Philadelphia, and you know, it's like they set the Philadelphia Eagles up for a revenge tour of teams. We got to play every team that wants to get back at us. And LA definitely had that game circled on the map, as every team does. But they had it circled, right? It's like, when we go back to Philadelphia, because I feel as though we should have made it to the conference game. Because I can't say, they probably feel as though they could have made it to the Super Bowl, right? That's every player. But they felt as though they could have made it to the conference game. If they made it to the conference game, they felt as though they could have made it to the Super Bowl. But they came here during that snowy game, which was a beautiful game. It was a tough game. And the Rams are looking good. Devontae Adams, I believe, that's their new receiver. He's looking good on the LA Rams. Hey, come on to Philly. They got the right mindset. Contributions over credit. Game at a time. Can't be great without the greatness of others. Let's do it, man. EAGLES Eagles, baby. Listen, if you like that content and like what you heard, or if you have some personal tips or anything like that, shout me down in the comments. Please do. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. And I'll see y'all soon. I'm out.